Hello and welcome to the Destiny News Month in Review for the month of January 2014. In this edition, we'll briefly cover the podcast, weekly updates, and past videos from this month. It was a very slow month in the world of Destiny, which is why I started the month off with 3 videos going over each class. While every class will be able to use all guns and don't extremely vary in their overall scope, I set out to show the true differences between each class and how you can expect these classes to play. When we get closer to release and know more or even all of the info for all of the classes, that series will be updated if needed. Bungie's podcast returned once again, and it was easily my favorite thus far. Design philosophies for both the single player investment part of the game and multiplayer were discussed at length. As for game info, we learned about the Arc Procs, which is a proximity mine that deals electrical damage, and the Axion Bolt, which I believe is a grenade with a visual appearance similar to Nova Bomb. However, the context in which Axion Bolt was used wasn't 100% clear, so we don't have a 100% confirmation on what Axion Bolt truly is yet. We also learned that super abilities are potentially kill streaks in multiplayer. If you haven't listened to this podcast, I'd highly suggest it, as they actually talk about some pretty interesting things. New screenshots were released by Bungie, and some feature the new enemy types discussed in Game Informer's coverage of Destiny from December. New armor sets weren't quite revealed, but have been spilled all over the internet already, and we got a new look at those as well. No description was given on how to obtain these armor sets, they were simply to show the variety of armor and customization possible. January 24th's weekly update gave us the currently speculated name of the Hunter's slash and dash ability, now known as Arc Blade. However, this is not official, only speculated. We also had this line: "Blast your way onto the bow of a fallen ketch." They are really sounding more and more like pirates. A ketch is basically a boat with 2 masts, although I get the feeling they might not be boats in Destiny. The final weekly update of the month had a screenshot of a Titan in white armor, but not really much else in terms of information. Now for our final segment, Datto's disclosure. I was recently given a community focus on Bungie.net, and that was incredibly fun to do. I don't normally like talking about YouTube semantics, this will be one of the very few times that I do it, but I've seen insane growth over the past 2 weeks. Not only that initial burst from the article, but also the consistency after that burst was over. That is awesome, and I want to welcome you guys who are new to the channel. I also want to thank everyone who has been here before the focus for their support as well. Please feel free to introduce yourself in the comments so I can start seeing who those familiar faces are going to be. Since Bungie talked about their design philosophies this month, I thought I'd briefly discuss mine. I make videos because it's fun. The way I look at it, I like to make content that I myself would want to watch. With the situation we're in with Destiny right now, I'd like my info and videos to be brief and professional, putting in all the good stuff and doing it quickly. That's why I talk with a news anchor-like voice. I'm sorry if that bores some people, but I'm not really the kind of person to put on a YouTube voice, if that makes sense. I'm not here to bait you. I'm not here to mislead you for views and likes and whatever. I'm not here to beg you to watch my stuff. I'm here because I know there are people out there who want the info, want it quickly, and want to get on with their day. That's not to say I have anything against the other content creators. I am friends with all of them, and hopefully we'll be able to collaborate with them a lot. I just have my own way that I like to do things. When the game comes out, I'll be a bit different, going more in depth with strategies in regards to strikes and raids, maps for multiplayer, and all that good stuff, because I love learning everything and every secret about a game I'm really interested in. I'm coming to this game with more of an RPG mindset than a shooter mindset. Optimal strategies, best gear combos, but that's not to say I don't have a lot of FPS experience, because I do. I hope to offer the best of both worlds, PvE and PvP. I'll be playing on PlayStation 4, so I'll have access to whatever PlayStation exclusive stuff is planned. Another thing is that I only have about an hour and a half of Halo multiplayer experience, and that was about 4 to 5 years ago. I couldn't even tell you which Halo because I don't even remember. You're not going to be hearing, Halo did this, Halo did that, this is like Halo when it did that thing. I will be playing this game with no Halo bias in mind, which is either a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you want out of Destiny. However, I think it'll give me a better objective view of the game not having that Halo experience. Last, I'm thankful to finally be a part of a community. I've never experienced something like this before, but it's really awesome, and it's only going to get better. So I hope you guys stay along for the ride. Thank you to all the new people for subscribing and supporting me, and hopefully that'll be one of the few times I talk about YouTube. We have GDC 2014 coming up in mid-March, which hopefully will spill some new Destiny info, but don't be shocked if February is also light on the Destiny news front. I typically don't like to upload for the sake of uploading, so if there happens to be a lack of info, don't worry, I am still here. I always post new stuff to Twitter, so feel free to find me there at Datto's Destiny. I'm gonna shut up now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.